Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome to my channel, Just Breezy. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Just be sure you hit that bell for notifications because I don't want you to miss out. We upload weekly content to share resources, help spread awareness, and tell some of life's stories because like we say, life isn't always just breezy, but together it can be a little easier. So guys, this is part 2 in my series talking about a topic that not many of us want to talk about, death and dying. Yeesh. But like I said in part 1, that's where I'm at right now. After my stepmom passed away last week, there's nothing else in my heart to talk about or in my mind. There's no other topic that would be genuine enough for me to speak on. So if you didn't check out part 1, go check that out. This is part 2. Little different scenery for you. Same outfit because you know what? Whatever. But listen guys, part 2, I wanted to talk about something really personal, but I think some of you are going to be in a similar situation. So for me with my stepmom, I was with her throughout her last 2 weeks in the hospital, and we had some really profound conversations, really beautiful moments, heartbreaking moments. And something that I feared throughout those 2 weeks was her dying alone. I thought I was going to miss that, and because I knew she was afraid and I wanted to be there for her. And as life would have it, I was, I got there on Friday morning, and as soon as I held her hand, it started. And you can see the process of any voluntary or even involuntary action they may have had just sort of stopping, and their body just kind of settles. Their face changes a little bit. Position of their hands. If you're in the hospital when that happens, you might have somebody from palliative care, end of life, come in. Doctors come in, offer their condolences. And if you're like me and my dad and my cousin, we didn't know what to do afterwards. It was just like, we said our goodbyes, and then it was like, what do we do? Do we just leave? I don't know what to do. And I peeked out and I spoke to a doctor who I said on one of my live streams, really smart, but just not very good with people. And she was just like, well, you have to answer some questions. Do you want an autopsy? Do you want to donate her organs? And in my stepmom's case, we didn't need an autopsy, and her organs weren't even viable to donate. But they might ask you questions like that, and you need to have those answers. You need to know. You should know. You should know if that person wants to donate their organs, or if you would like to donate their organs on their behalf. Maybe you don't know, but you think you know them well enough to know that's what they would want. And that whole experience could leave you feeling many ways. You could be devastated and cry and not be able to stop like I was. You could be in a little bit of shock like I think my dad was. You could cry and stop. You could not cry. You could feel relief for the person because they're not in pain anymore. You could feel relief that this whole process is done. However it is you feel, it's your feelings, and that's okay. That's okay. But the important part is to acknowledge them. Right? The important part is to acknowledge however you're feeling is okay. And then it's the next steps. We went to the funeral home that day. Woo, and that's quite the process. They're going to want to go over 24, I believe it is, questions to fill out a death certificate. You're going to have to know the person's parents' names, the parents of that person, first name, maiden name, where the person who died, where were they born? Brooklyn, what borough, what county they were born in. You don't need an address, you just need to know. Social security number, we didn't know that. We didn't have it on hand, I was texting people. But you're gonna need to know that. And the death certificate, they might say to you, yeah, people commonly order 10, and you might think, I don't need that many. You need that many, because you're gonna have to start closing out accounts. Phone, credit card, whatever it is, but you're going to need proof that the person passed away, and you can't make copies of them. So you order them, $10, $15 each. It adds up, but you need them. Order them. Also know that when you go to plan a funeral, hopefully the person who passed away has life insurance. Maybe they don't. You don't have to just take the first number someone gives you. I know you're not going to be in the mindset to shop around, but in our case, my stepmom wanted to be cremated, and the funeral home was quoting us over $5,000 for a cremation. Now, a funeral, your traditional funeral, it's much more, but it didn't seem right. And I'm not saying that they were trying to pull one over on us, but they're sort of the middleman between things happening, so they have their own costs. So we called a cremation service directly. They were lovely. Wound up being a fifth of the price. It's a big help. It's a huge help when somebody passes away. But those are all the things that if you're close to that person, or if you're helping your parent and it's their spouse who passed away, whatever it is, those are the things you're going to have to do. And there are things that you can put off. You don't have to go through the person's belongings right away if that's not where you're at. But there are things you have to do. If they're collecting Social Security, you got to make that phone call. Health insurance, certain accounts, those are the things you got to take care of first. Getting the details down of their service, all those things. Other things are not the same priority. Make a list, prioritize it. Know that there are things that don't have to get done right away, and that's okay. And just make sure you're checking in on yourself. Go to your supports. People want to be there for you. Whether it's making you food, picking up your kids, going for coffee, text me, call me. Yeah, you're going to have all of these offers to help you. Take people up on it once in a while. It's okay. And it helps you. That's where I'm at right now. We're in that part of shutting down accounts, making arrangements, and it's sad. It is. It's sad, and it's okay to be sad. But I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to say thank you, as I do at the end of every, because I truly mean that. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, commenting, liking, all the things that are so important on social media, but it does help. It does help share a story and get it in front of more people and help them. So I appreciate that. But guys, we'll talk again soon.